Hi, my name is Tess and welcome to my closet. Today's webisode is going to be about 5 fashion faux pas for men. Yes, men can get the fashion flu too. So, will we need masks? No, Arabella, we won't need masks. We can stop this influenza in its tracks just through a little talk therapy. Here we go. So, I'm going right in for the big one. Number 1 thing that I'd like to see change is what I call the half balds. Yes, half balds. Being bald happens as men lose testosterone, really. And it could be hereditary from the mother and the father's side. Just embrace it, guys. If you find your hairline is creeping back this way or becoming a halo or yarmulke that just keeps growing and you're half bald, well, it's time to take it all off. And it's very manly, and bald is beautiful, and bald is bold, and you can do it. If you're fair-skinned, you may notice that the skin hasn't seen the sun, so it's a little bit of a different shade. That will all neutralize as it's exposed to the sun, but once you take it off, make sure you use your sunscreen. You don't have to put the shaving cream and do the razor. As a matter of fact, you might nick yourself a lot, and it might be too much trouble. Just get yourself a buzzer. You can get it from Walmart for maybe $30 and take the guard off of it. These are the guards. Okay, you take that off of it and you lower it to the height you want and you just buzz it through. Okay, you could even do it yourself and you'll save yourself a lot of money and time going to the barber, which is great. And think of role models like Telly Savalas, Bruce Willis, Paul Schaefer on the David Letterman show. He looks great bald. How about, who else is there? That Jean-Luc Picard guy, right? He looks good. Men really come into their own, believe it or not. Their peak is 50 years old. Okay, women, their beauty peak is around 36 and then we start to wither. But men, they have this advantage, you see. They can look great every decade, and if you don't believe me, look at pictures of George Clooney young and then look at George Clooney now and you'll see what I mean. He's really come into his own. So the half balds have to go. And another thing you could do to help cope with the half balding is learn to rock a hat. You can wear it this way, you can wear it this way like a beret, but whatever you do, find your own personal style. Yeah, guys usually go for what first? The baseball cap. As long as you're not using it to hide under and you're confident, go ahead. And then try different size hats. Try a small hat for summer, something airy, medium size, maybe a cowboy hat. You have to find what you feel comfortable in. And if you don't feel comfortable in it, then maybe a hat's not for you. But this is something to consider. Okay, for the fashion flu, number 2, okay, the symptom is brows that are, well, they need trimming. Get yourself a small scissor. This one doesn't have the rounded top. I wish it did. Get the rounded top, take a toothbrush that you only use for your eyebrows, brush them up, and trim them. As a man gets older, he's going to get little spideries coming out of his nose, coming out of his ears. You can't believe where these things sprout. Just trim them, and a little manscaping is wonderful. Okay, and the other flip side of that is I'm starting to see men wage war on the eyebrow. I don't know when this happened, but they're going for overplucking and waxing to the nth degree. You don't want to do that. It's too harsh and it's not going to look well on you as you grow into your 50s. So if you're doing the over grooming in your 20s and 30s, back away from the tweezers and the waxing and just a little trim, little brush, and away you go. Okay, the next thing, number 3, unkept hair. For the men that do have hair, haircuts every 2 weeks. Yes, every 2 weeks. And every week a trim just around the perimeter to keep it neat. That's not so hard, right? Grooming means so much. Okay, here comes number 4. And I don't know if you're going to agree with this one, but hear me out. Sneakers with everything has got to go. I love sneakers, and they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and Nike Air, and they're great, okay? But there's a time where a man should have some casual shoes that are not sneakers. These are hiking boots. okay? They're from Lugz, L-U-G-S company, okay? They're a good-looking boot. A man could go for a hike and go to the diner afterwards. Yes, because a man's got to eat too. And, you know, feel good. And if you run into somebody, that matters, doesn't it? And I've shown these before, but I love them. Ralph Lauren, suede, either a boat shoe or a sneaker-like shoe like this, a loafer, is fabulous. Or how about an Oxford? One is made by Bass. Again, it's a neutral casual shoe, but it changes up your look, it elevates your look, and it's not always about the sneakers, because if a man is wearing sneakers all the time, it looks a little boyish and a little childish, okay? So it's out there, I said it. Okay, now, the last thing, and this is Fashion Flu number 5. Again, very curable. The baggy jeans. The ones that are low riding and they're hanging off of your body. They look like a wet, saggy diaper that needs changing, okay? So let's get rid of those because they don't even shock us anymore. They just look foolish. So let's get rid of all that tomfoolery and let's get a nice pair of jeans. Now, I'm not advising any particular pair of jeans. That is so subjective. You've got to go into the dressing room and you've got to try it on. And it's got to look good front, it's got to look good sideways, it's got to look good back, and then buy a few. You know, if you've gone through all the trouble, get a few pairs. And I recommend the dark wash because it looks crisp and it looks wonderful. You know, when jeans first came out in fashion and history, it was all about the workman and the farmer, and that's what they were really all about. But now it's about sporty and sexy, and there's just nothing sporty nor sexy about sagging jeans. So let's get rid of those too. So I hope you enjoyed this webisode. If you want to see more of Tess Closet, click on my face below where I'm wearing my glasses, and there are more episodes, or subscribe. And I'm making new webisodes every week. So come back to my closet, and I had a good time talking to you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.